everybody, welcome to Crafting by the Bay. My name is JC and today I'm going to share with you my favorite DIY products, so I hope you join me. I'm going to get my keyboard set up and then share this to my free VIP group. If you are not in my VIP group, hashtag VIP, or actually you don't need a hashtag, just put VIP in the comments so you can get the info to that group. All right, today's keyword is Santa, but I am going to head over to Facebook and share this really fast. So when you hop on, say hello, let me know you are there. Come on. All right, do me a favor, say hello, heart this video, share it if you can. Let me know you are there. Hopefully I can see comments on my computer. Let me switch over to my business page really fast. I see some people are here. Let me know if you can hear me. Hopefully we fixed the mic. I don't know. Hi Nancy, hi Ann, thanks. I decided to try to curl it today, so thank you. All right, can you guys hear me? Let me know, that's important. Hi Kim. My day was okay. I blinked and my day is like, it's time to make dinner, right? And I know it's such a bad time probably to come live, but it's the time I had. So obviously the replay will be here and then they'll be over on YouTube as well. But say hello when you hop on. Can you hear me like okay? Is it muffled? Let me know. Today, there are words that are going to be on the transfers, and so I wanted to make sure that you guys could see them. Yes, you can hear me. Okay. We tested the mic on like a video, just like on my phone, and it worked, but I never know. I never know if it's going to be the same on the live. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. I decided to try to curl my hair today. All right, we are going to do something I should have done a while ago. But we are going to make a Christmas door round. And so I already painted a 16-inch round with Waverly Snow White paint. So I already did that, and then I did sand it. And I did sand it. It looked a little weird, but we are going to use Vintage Santa. We are going to use this transfer, you guys. Unfortunately, it did just sell out. Mistletoe pattern. I used it on our riser. I am so bummed that it already sold out, but it did. And then we are also going to use 'Tis the Season. Right now we have buy one get one free on certain size transfers and surfaces, so go check that out. Today's keyword is Santa. And once you get to my website, if you click on Santa Stencil, it will take you to my DIY website. And then if you click on sale or the buy one, get one, it will show you everything that's on sale. It's a great time to stock up on these bigger transfers. A really great time. So this is what we're gonna do. We are gonna make a Christmas door round. And one of our top leaders did something like this a while ago with, she mixed this transfer with the club transfer, the bow trellis from last month. We're not going to use the bow. We are going to use this one. Some of you may have this one. Kim, let me know, is the keyword, hopefully the keyword is working. I didn't see it pop up saying I sent you a message. Oh, I hope it's working. Let me go back and look really fast. And I can't see comments right this moment because I see them on my computer because my phone is backwards. So let me see. Hopefully my keyword is set up right. I think it is. Okay, I think it is. All right, maybe maybe the comments are just not, I'm not seeing them all. That could be possible. It's working. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that was weird. I refreshed it and then I can see. I don't understand that. Okay. So what we're gonna do first is we are going to mark off this. How am I gonna do this? So I'm gonna use my placement tape. Hopefully I have enough. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough. If I don't have enough, I'll just use this. I'm just gonna use the masking tape, and I am going to make a line in the middle here. Let's sort of see. Because we are going to put "'Tis the Season" in the middle. And so I sort of need to know where to put it here. Thank you, Noni. You guys, you can probably, obviously, I was not on yesterday. I had a really, really bad day yesterday. So I wasn't on. And so today I was like, I need to get up, do my hair, do my makeup, do all the things. I hadn't washed my hair in the last couple days, so I thought it would be a perfect day to curl my hair because it's dirty hair. That means curls will last. All right, so I'm going to, let's see. I need to put this on here where I know I'm going to have enough room to put Santa. All right, so we're not going to put like the whole Santa. We are just going to put some of him, and we do not need to put, let's see, we're going to move this down just a little bit. Does not have to be right in the middle. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of this tape. So I'm going to use my masking tape. You can use the placement tape that I was going to use. And I'm going to put a mark where I want it. And then we're going to take this off, and then we're going to put this all the way across. All right, so now we're going to take this off. And then what we're going to do is we are going to take this tape and we're going to make sure that it is straight all the way across. And this is going to give us our straight lines that we need. I think if you stand up, it helps you get straight lines. All right, hopefully that was good. Oh, you guys are too sweet. Thank you. Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate it. I did it because I had a really bad day yesterday and I needed to get out of that, I don't know, that funk I was in. All right, so we are going to use Cabernet and we're going to paint in this section. And I forgot to get my water bottle, so hopefully I don't need it. This is a fairly new jar of paste, so hopefully I was going to use, let me see how pink, this is called Pink Sky. Let me shake it up a little bit. Let me see how different this is going to be. So our buy one, get one sale on, yeah, that one is going to be too light. So our buy one, get one free sale is on the bigger transfers, which is amazing. and then selected surfaces, and it is good through the 8th. All right, so I'm gonna paint a section on here with Cabernet. If I wanted it more watered down, I could spray it with water, but since this is a fairly new jar, I think I'm gonna be okay. And hopefully my tape is down good enough. But did everyone have a good day? What did I do? I tried to sleep in because I have not been sleeping. When I am stressed or worried, sleep is like non-existent for me. So I haven't been sleeping, so I tried to sleep in and I slept in until like 8:30, but I still didn't like sleep like really good last night. And I was supposed to have a workshop tonight and I actually canceled it, so I'm not having my workshop. And so today, after I got up, we had to go drop off some of the door rounds that the people that were going to come, they still wanted their door rounds, and so we dropped them off. And then we had to go to Walmart to get some stuff for dinner. So I haven't done much today. I was trying to sort of take it easy. And luckily everyone was very understanding of me not doing the workshop, and I've never canceled anything like that before. Just couldn't do it. Shelby, thank you. Shelby, are you getting married this weekend? Girl, is it this weekend? All right, so let me just make sure this is all covered. But you guys, I was encouraged by a lot of you. A lot of you said, do your fall decorations. It might make you feel better. So Chris just got them down. So we will see. Gonna do it. No, it's the 27th. Oh, that's my dad's birthday. All right, so let's dry this. Noni, good for you. I did sleep better last night than I had, and I actually went to bed at like 9:30, but I still woke up a bunch. I think finally not sleeping just caught up with me, but I didn't sleep as good as I wanted to, but I definitely slept better. All right, I'm gonna pull this off before it's completely dry, and I'm gonna go sort of slow. Sometimes, I don't know if there's a right or wrong way, but sometimes I leave the tape till the very end and then it accidentally pulls up some of the chalk or the paint, especially if I get it too thick in an area. So I like to dry it just a little bit and then take it off. I don't know if it makes a difference or not. But that's just what I'm doing. All right, so let me finish drying that. So I have obviously pre-painted this 16-inch round with Waverly Snow White. I did sand it a little bit. I did not wax it, but you can obviously wax it if you want. And that painted really well. It covered really, really well. But today's keyword is Santa. All right, so we're gonna let this middle section sort of dry on its own. Make sure it is really dry. And my hairdryer just fell on the floor, but that's okay. All right, let's do the bottom part first. So let me put this up here. So this is what we have so far. It sort of reminds me of a fishing bobber. Is that what it's called? A bobber? I think that's what it's called. All right, so we're gonna take this mistletoe pattern. Yes, it sold out, but I do know that some of you did grab it. You could literally do this with any transfer, any pattern. But the 'Tis the Season transfer, I know a lot of you got as well, and it's in the buy one get one free right now. That one is still available, and Santa is still available, the vintage Santa. But if you guys would do me a favor, hit that share button if you can, the heart button. Make sure you say hello. If you're on the replay later, hashtag replay. And I'm making sure, I've only used this one other time, and it's pretty sticky, so I want to make sure it is buzzed really well. All right, so we are going to put this, someone just sent me stars. Lynn, thank you so much. You are so sweet. Thank you, thank you. All right, we are going to put this along the bottom, and we are also, actually, I did not think this through very well. All right, we're going to put some along the bottom, and so I'm just going to put it right up to my line here that I made. So I'm going to just stick it all the way up to it. But it's stuck on my desk. Okay. Kim, thank you. Hi, Brenda. All right, gotta get out my air bubbles here. There's a few. I wasn't thinking, I probably need to wash this in between, and there's nobody here to help me. All right, we are going to do ivy, and we're gonna do the berries in Cabernet. So ivy and Cabernet. I don't know if you guys can even see that. And we're gonna use the multi-tool. And I'm gonna do the ivy or the greenery first, and then I'm gonna go back in and do the berries. I'm not gonna do the berries first because they're so small. They will dry before I get a chance to pull this off, and then it will be dried in the silkscreen. So I am going to do all the green first, and then come back and do the berries. And I am using a multi-tool, so I get in these smaller sections without hitting the berries. And I think I just hit one. But it helps to get in the sections a little bit easier than a squeegee, a bigger squeegee. But I always feel bad because obviously I have to look down, and then I'm going to miss comments and everything. But we are going to do chalk and peel because this is sort of a bigger section, and so I don't want it to dry on me. All right, so let me finish this one, and then I'm going to do the berries super fast. And I have a fan on me, so hopefully it won't dry this too fast. So who has already put up their fall decorations? Have you put them up? Do you do more fall? Do you do Halloween? I did add, like, since I've been doing chalk, I do add in a little bit more Halloween kind of stuff, but for the most part, it's more fall decorations than Halloween. All right, let me do this last set of berries. All right, now we're gonna pull this back. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. You guys are so used to seeing me lately with a hat or my hair up, because honestly, I just hadn't felt like doing my hair, getting ready. All right, so you can see the green it was drying, but that's okay. I sort of like the way it looks. So I probably should have pulled it up a little bit faster because it was drying sort of fast. So it would be a little bit brighter, but it sort of dried in here, but I actually like the way it looks, so I'm not too upset about that. So I'm just gonna let it fall back down, not touch the area, but I just need to make sure that it's back down pretty well. You do Halloween, not so much fall. Okay, so you're the opposite. You always do fall decor. So I've always done fall, and I've never really done too much Halloween. But now that I do chalk, I do more Halloween. And Chris got down my bin, so we'll see how much I do and what I do. I don't know. And my son was like, I thought you weren't gonna do that. So they were a little shocked. I don't think they were, actually. I think they knew that I would cave. And I didn't want any, I didn't want it up for the engagement party. But Olivia said she didn't care, so I was like, okay. Because the engagement party is not till next weekend, because we had to postpone that a little bit. And so I was like, I don't know. We'll see. You could use a mini squeegee, especially on these more open areas. I'm always just afraid if I do that, I'm just gonna sort of lose track of what I'm doing and just get the berries. Maybe if I wasn't live and I was just chalking on my own, I would pay a little more attention. I don't know. But you can absolutely use any squeegee you're comfortable with when you do this. And I'm so sad that this transfer already sold out. So if you go to my website, you are not going to find this one. But there are many more to choose from. And like I said, the bigger transfers right now are buy one, get one free. And a lot of surfaces are, and some bundles. So go check those out. Just type Santa in the comments and I will send you a private message right here on Facebook. And if you're not a Perks member and you want to grab some of the goodies, join Perks first, because you will save another 30% on top of everything else. That's a great way to save even more. All right, let me do this little section right here, and then we're going to do the berries and pull it back, because I can tell it is already drying. And I have to have my fan on. 1, hot flashes. 2, Chris turned our air up because our bill was really expensive. And so now I feel like it's outside, inside. All right, let's fill in all these cute little berries. And so this one is even smaller. This is a detail tool and it is the perfect size to get these berries done. And I thought about doing this all in nominee with some pops of color. But then I was like, no, let's just do it all in color. You guys know nominee is like my favorite. So that was hard, a hard decision. And I'm sorry I'm missing comments. Brenda, I see comments. You dislike Halloween, Noni? I don't know why, because I can't. It's disappearing. Let me see if when I pull this up, I can go back and look. All right, so I'm just going to continue to pull it up. Hopefully it didn't dry too much. I did dry a little bit more. I was trying to make sure it looked like the other part. So you can see it did dry more here than where I stopped, but it's okay. So did you guys see the difference in color? That is because it dried in the silk screen and not on the not on the surface, and that is why I do chalk and pull, and I probably should pull it up a little sooner. All right, Noni, let's see why you dislike it. No decor here. We get over 200 kids. Oh my goodness. You went to Nashville and you had so much fun. Looks like we're going to be home this year. Aw, that is a lot of kids. We live in a very small little neighborhood here out in the country, and we don't get like one little bag of candy and we're good out here. All right, let's continue. And I'm not gonna pull it up still as quick because then it won't match the rest. So we're just gonna continue. But I would do even smaller, oops, I just went right into my berries. I would do even smaller sections than what I'm doing, but like I said, I have the fan on me, so I have that against me. So if you are in, like if you have the air on or the heat on and it's blowing down, or a fan, you definitely want to do smaller sections than what I am doing, because it will make this dry faster, because this is actual chalk in a paste form. And so it's going to get hard fast, which is a good thing. You don't have, it doesn't take forever to dry, but it also can be not so good when you don't want it to dry fast. But to keep it all consistent now, I'm just gonna have it dry. But if you do, if it dries on you like that, you can always, and you don't want that look, because most of the time I don't want that look, you can wash your transfer, line it up, and do it again. Go over it, make it look a little darker. Did anyone do anything fun today? Guys, I already told you I didn't really do anything. Did some deliveries, went to the store, had to get some stuff to make chicken and dumplings for dinner. And then tomorrow, gonna do my fall decor. We'll see how much I do and what I do. I don't want to go too crazy since we are having the engagement party next week. All right, let's finish off of these berries really fast. Hopefully it won't be too bad. All right, so I'm gonna finish this up, pull it off, and then the middle should be dry enough where we can do 'Tis the Season, and then we are gonna do Santa on the top. All right, let's pull this all off. Noni, they don't have a date. They're not in a big rush. Olivia wants to finish school, so we'll see. I don't know. I don't know. We will see what happens. Maybe within the year, I don't know. We don't know. All right, I'm gonna need this again, but I'm gonna stick this down there. You guys, look at how pretty. Okay, so you can see like some of these are a little, so where I started compared to where I ended, where I started is lighter because it dried in the silk screen, and so it's not on the surface as much, but I actually, excuse me, really like it. So you guys can see, hopefully you can see that. If I would have done chalk and pull a little faster or like smaller sections, it would be more consistent. But do you guys, hopefully you guys can see that. All right, let me cover this up. And I'm not sure, I'm probably gonna need those again. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Worked first job, getting ready to go to second job. Oh, Kim, bless you. Girl, hopefully you got some rest. All right, let me dry this. I don't want to smear it. You like the variety of the greens? Actually, it is pretty. It does, yeah. But that's what happens if you wait too long. I'm actually lucky there's anything there. So most of it dried in the silk screen, so this is what happens. Okay, this is what I would do, but I don't want you guys to have to wait for me to go get a bin of water. What I would do is I would wash the transfer, and I would put the transfer back up here, and then this transfer I would lay up here, and then I would put Santa up there, and then I would chalk around Santa. So I would chalk all the leaves and stuff over here and then a little bit over here, and I would not chalk them in this area where Santa is going to be. But I don't want to have you guys wait while I go get my bin of water. So I don't know what to do. I might just fill the holly in around it afterwards, but if I was thinking, I would have had my bin of water, so I could have done that. But let's put 'Tis the Season. I just got white right there. Let me put 'Tis the Season through here. You love the way it came out. So I would wash my transfer. Hopefully you guys would understand this. I would wash this transfer. I would put it there. Then I would put this transfer down where I wanted it. And I would chalk the holly and berry leaves all the way around. But not where Santa was going to be. So it looks like Santa is like on top of it. You guys, are you sure? Okay, let me grab it really quick. Because I really want to do it that way because I want to show you. Okay, I don't even know if that's going to be enough water. They always told us never leave the camera. And I feel like that's all I do lately. All right, and we're going to have to use a half of a, actually, that's right here. All right, let's wash it because I really want to show you what I mean. Esther, I'm a hot mess, especially right now. I am. All right, so we're gonna wash this. They always tell us, like, don't leave your camera. Make sure you have everything before. But you know what? I'm human too. I can't think of everything. And I barely have any water in here, so hopefully. And this is a really small bin for this transfer. Okay, let me flip it over. But I really want to show you what I mean. And because some of it dried, it is going to take a minute here. Let me, you won't tell anyone. Well, I have to leave one more time. 1 second. I want to get this big towel. I promise it will be worth it. Well, you can see it was dried, so it didn't come off that easily. All right. We're going to call that good. All right, and then I'm just going to dry it with my hair dryer. Hair dryer on low. Don't ever use a heat gun, but hair dryer, totally fine. And then you guys, I always tell you, this makes it extremely sticky when you do it this way and dry it with a hair dryer. So make sure you fuzz again. All right. Thank you for your patience. All right, let's get the fuzzing cloth. Then we're going to get this one. We're going to make sure the top is all dry. All right, why that we make sure that is dry, we are going to do 'Tis the Season really quick through the middle. And this is such an old fuzzing cloth, but so this is a football transfer. 'Tis the season, but you say 'tis the season for Christmas, so let's use it on this Christmas door round. And if you just hopped on, the keyword today is Santa. If you put Santa in the comments right here, I will send you a private message to Facebook, your messenger, with the link to my DIY website with the items I am using today. Okay, so let's I'm going to stick this up here because I don't want this to stick up there by accident. All right, we're going to put 'Tis the Season right in the middle. Nancy, you're so sweet. Thank you. All right, let me try to center this the best I can in between here. I guess if it's a little crooked, I'll just look at it crooked. All right, let me make sure this is down really good. We are just gonna use white velvet. I have a feeling it's a little crooked, but we're just gonna go with it. And we're gonna work fast because chalk, that middle section is painted with chalk. And if it gets wet, it can reactivate it, and I don't wanna pull it up. So we are gonna work fast. All right. Hi, Rhonda. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. I guess I should get ready more often. All right, I'm just double checking this because I'm afraid it's not down very well. All right. I'm gonna try to do this very fast. So when you use chalk to paint, you want to make sure you don't keep going over it. Squeegee it on, squeegee it off, be done, because you don't want to reactivate it. All right, let me gently pull this off. All right. And then I will wash that when I'm done. I have a big, I got a little bit of white right there. Just gonna see. That's sort of dirty. Kimmy, thank you. You're so sweet. You guys. You sure do know how to make a girl feel good. All right, I'm just gonna try to get this off right here. But since it is on top of chalk, I might have to repaint right there and right here. Because when I take the white off this chalk, it might make it lighter where the Cabernet is. Okay, we're just gonna leave that. Okay. Look at how pretty, I love it so far. Okay, so here we go. 'Tis the season. All right, now we're gonna dry that. What do you guys think? Do you like it? There's like a little, almost like a bristle of a brush right there, but I don't want to pull it out because then it's gonna mess it up. And then right there, I'll have to touch that up a little bit. I probably should have just left the white. All right, this is the part, hopefully I can get it right. All right, let's fuzz this again. I'm gonna put it like this. All right, so I'm fuzzing it again, and then we're gonna put it on there. All right, actually, I'm gonna turn it around. I'm gonna put it on there and then I'll turn it back around. I wanna make sure, I wanna see how I did. I did it right down there. Okay, I just wanted to make sure it was the same way. All right, now we're gonna take this, Oh, Kim, thank you. This one, I cannot take credit for this one. The last few, yes. This one of our top leaders, she did one sort of like this, but she did hers with pink, and she did it with the bow transfer from last month. And it was super cute, and I wanted to do it last month, but didn't get to it. And so this is my version of it. All right, so I'm going to put this where I want it. And then I'm going to take this tape. Well, actually, I'm just going to chalk it like that. So I laid it on there because I wanted to know where it was going to be so I can chalk around it. So this is going to be a little bit of work, but it is going to be worth it, I promise. So as long as I can see where Santa is. Okay, so we're gonna start all right, we are gonna chalk this section right here. So I saw where where he begins. Let me put a jar there, that might help. All right, so I'm gonna chalk everything up into that area. Just for the Christmas part. I wasn't gonna buy the Tis this season, and then I did, and I'm so glad I did. All right, so we are back to these, and I'm gonna try to work fast. I do not want to bore you guys, but I promise this is going to, I'm gonna get a clean one. I promise you this is gonna be amazing. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing up here that we did on the bottom. And if you do this and you wanted to you can sort of tape around where Santa would be. You don't have to put the transfer down. You can absolutely put your transfer over another transfer. It is not going to hurt it. It is totally fine. You can just chalk Santa first and then decide where you want your design and put it around it. Whatever you think is easier for you, there's really no right or wrong way to do this. But I'm still going to do this whole section so it sort of resembles the bottom, even if it dries, just so I get that same look. And I'm trying to go a little bit faster though, because we still have to chalk Santa. And then after I chalk Santa, probably not on the live, but we'll see. If there's an area that I'm like, oh, I could have done more greenery, absolutely. could go back in and fill it in if there's places that need more. All right, let's do the berries really fast. I have a feeling that this one is really gonna be dried like crazy. Ooh, that one just went in the green. Hopefully not too bad. That's what happens when I try to go fast. I'm gonna do a little bit of these berries. All right. Thank you, Lori. Okay, let's pull this back. And then you probably will not be able to see this side until I pull off everything, because I don't want to mess it up. So I'm going to leave it just like that, and I'm going to leave that like that, and then I'm going to flip it around. And then we are going to finish this side. So I need to pull this back a little bit till right about there. All right, let's finish. This is just a very small section. And then we're gonna dry it all, and then we're gonna do Santa, and it's gonna be so pretty. Just type Santa in the comments if you want the supply list. Go check out the buy one get one sale. It goes till the 8th. And then on the 9th, you guys, our holiday line comes out. I'm so excited. I have not seen anything. Well, I've seen one thing that I gave a sneak peek to in the VIP group. Monday we'll see the rest. So I'm really excited. Holiday is my favorite. All right, I think that's good. And you guys, I did not realize this. I guess I wasn't paying attention. The rest of the birth flowers came out. So if you've been wanting to get the birth flowers, the rest of the months came out. So I saw that today. I was like, wait, what? How did I miss that? So I was super excited to see that. All right, you guys, we are done. Let's get all this off. And we're just gonna pull this whole thing up. All right, now I'm gonna take this one off, the top. I'm gonna put it, the backer sheet is down there, so I'm gonna lay it on there. All right, so Santa is gonna go in that spot. So hopefully that all made sense to you guys, what I just did. But let me clean this off. I'm sorry, did I say the keyword was season? If I did, I'm sorry. The keyword is Santa. All right, so I'm just getting the, there's chalk on here, so I want to make sure I get it all off. All right, hopefully that is good. All right, what do you guys think? You absolutely can layer transfers. Yes, yes, you can. Haven't done it in a very long time. But yes, you can. And that was so I knew where to put Santa. I didn't want to just guess because I wanted the pattern to go all the way up to Santa. So that is why I did it that way. And you can see that it came apart just fine. All right, we're gonna fuzz this. I have not used this one yet, so we're gonna fuzz it. And I do need to make sure that that is dry. All right, let me make sure this is dry. I'm a little nervous to do Santa, because I want to paint him in a little bit, so we'll see. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. All right, so now we have to get him in the right spot. So it says Merry Christmas in his beard. I'm not going to put that in there. I feel like I didn't get, or yeah, there we go. I feel like I could have put a little more, but it's okay. I could have came a little closer over here, but I'm not going to do that right now. You bought a heat press? Yay! Oops, that goes right into those berries. Well, I guess that's okay. guess it's gonna go into the berries just a little bit, or else my line is gonna be off. All right. So I'm not gonna do the Merry Christmas. I don't want that in there. So I'm gonna go around it very, very carefully. I'm not gonna do, there's holly right here on his hat. I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna cover that up. So I'm not gonna do the holly. So I'm just gonna put that right there, and all right, and then there's some holly right there I'm gonna cover up. Trying to make sure I don't get part where I'm not, like his beard. All right. I'm nervous. Hi Kim, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Okay. I'm nervous, you guys. All right, so I'm going to use, I can cover this one up. I'm gonna do, super nervous. I don't wanna mess this up. I'm gonna use ash for like his beard. And I'm gonna use Peachy Keen for his mouth. All right, so I'm gonna start with his hat. With his hat, I'm going to do the Cabernet, and then the little pom-pom on the bottom, I'm going to do in white. So I'm gonna do this in Cabernet. I don't know why, but I'm so nervous. I do not want to mess this up. All right, I think I have his whole little hat. So I'm gonna pull that back. Love it. Okay. And now I'm going to do his little pom-pom, and I don't want to miss. hopefully I can tell what is the pom-pom and what is not. All right, let's pull that back. Perfect. So there's a little pom-pom on the end, which we're probably gonna paint in, I'm thinking. All right, so now we are going to do his whole, like the face and like everything else, and we're gonna do that. We're gonna do everything in ash. Let me see, let me just clean this off. So I really want the face to stand out, so we're gonna do ash, and then we're going to fill in his little nose and his mouth in peachy keen. So we're gonna do ash for like all of this, like his beard. And again, we are not doing the Merry Christmas that is in the middle. And we are going to do chalk and pull, or this is probably going to all dry as well. All right, we're going to pull it back. I love it, I love it. Oh, Santa, he's so cute. All right, lay him back down. We're going to finish this. And you guys see, I guess I did not judge that very well over here. I'm going to definitely need, to go a little closer with my pattern. Going slow because I don't want to accidentally heat presses, it just depends. It depends on if you get name brand, not name brand. You can get a little one for like $100. It just depends. All right, I'm gonna do his nose in peachy keen really fast and his mouth. All right, let's pull this up. So cute, he looks so cute. All right, just gonna leave this right there. I'm going to take, okay, so this is what we have so far, but we are not done, almost, not yet. I'm going to take my paintbrush and I'm going to fill in this little pom-pom with white chalk. So it's filled in and you can see what it is better. The white on top of the Cabernet sort of looks a little pink, but it is, I mean, it's okay. If you do white on top of Cabernet like I did and you want it to be more white, you might want to go over it a couple times. Okay. And so you see there's white in his hat. That is supposed to be there. That is part of the distressing that was in the transfer. All right, I did get a little bit of gray. Should I color in his face with Dune? You guys let me know. Should I color in his face with Dune to make it look more flesh color? You guys let me know, and while you tell me that, actually I'm going to dry this and then I'm going to fill in his beard a little bit more. And then, I don't know why it has a little mark right there, but it does. Should I color in his face with Dune to give it a flesh look? While you guys are telling me that, if I should do that, yes, and pink cheeks, and you read my mind, he's gonna get some pink cheeks, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill in his beard, and how I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna use the bottom part of the transfer here that has beard to fill in his beard. Since this is where it was gonna say Merry Christmas, I don't want it to say Merry Christmas, so I'm gonna use this transfer to help fill in so it looks like his beard is filled in, if that makes sense, where the Merry Christmas was going to be. See? I'm sure you guys, hopefully you can see that. And I want to do it again, but I don't want to smear that. I don't know if I have a color tray here, I can tone down Dune a little bit. All right, just going to continue to give him a little more beard. All right, let me try that one more time. And then we're gonna put just a little bit right there. I sort of did that blind. Perfect. All right, what do you guys think? All right, we are done with that. Put that in there. Put that in there. All right. Let's see. Let me close these up. Okay, I don't need this one. All right, let's see if I have a little bit. So you guys see how I filled in his beard? Instead of where the Merry Christmas was supposed to be, I just filled in his beard along there. Let me see if I have a color tray. All right, I hate mixing colors because I feel like I never can get them right. But let's see. I feel like I never can get it right, but we're gonna try. So I'm gonna take a little bit of Dune. There are some designers that can mix colors like nobody's business. I'm not one of them. Susan, you are so sweet. Thank you. What do you guys think? Is that still too... I'm so afraid to add any peach to it. I don't know if that did anything. Do you guys think that that's still too dark? What do you guys think? It still is, huh? Now I got Dune in my white. My family is probably like, her long is going way too long and we're hungry. All right, Leah. I don't know. Still more? You guys let me know. Still more? It's just going to be a little bit. He's just going to be filled in a little bit. Not very much, and I'm so afraid I'm going to mess it up, and this is not a chalkboard, so I can't redo it. I know there's a little bit of a lapse. Is that still too dark? Should I put a little more white? Still more white, okay. Ah, that looks a little bit better. You guys don't ever see me mixing colors. For skin color, that is, at least. We need a fleshy color. All right. What do you guys think now? You can hear me? me, yay! What do you guys think? Is that good? You mix colors all the time. I'm scared. That is not my thing. Should I fill in, now I got chalk all over me. Should I fill in his whole nose pink? Should I fill in his whole nose pink? What do you guys think? I'm definitely gonna do his cheeks pink, but should I fill in his whole nose pink or leave it just outlined? You guys let me know. From there it looks good. Well, we're going with it then. You guys, I'm scared. I'm scared. But I need to know, do I fill in his whole nose or just leave it outlined? No, don't fill it in. Just outlined, okay. Oh, leave it, okay, I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, you guys, there's no turning back here, so I'm gonna use a very, very fine paintbrush, and I'm so nervous. So this is his mustache. Nervous, nervous. There's no turning back. All right, here we go. But I promise, well, I'm not gonna promise. I think it's gonna look amazing. And I'm afraid if I do it upside down that... All right, you guys, I will turn it back around in just a second. You get to see the back view. But he is gonna look, I think he's gonna look amazing. And if it wasn't for Lee, we would have a funky looking Santa color. But I guess that's okay. Oh my gosh, he's already so cute. So I'm trying to not cover up any of the detail because I want you guys to be able to see like all the detail in his face. So I'm just trying to go around it the best I can without it looking silly, obviously. And then I obviously don't want to get his mustache. All right, you guys, help me. This part right here, is this part of his face? Should that be flesh color right here? This right here? What do you guys think? Is that part of, that is, right? That's part of like his upper right here. I'm thinking it is, but you guys tell me before I fill it in right there. And then while you guys, hopefully you guys saw that. Right here, that is part of his cheek, right? Or like right here? Okay. All right. Oh, you guys. Everything I'm doing tonight, I'm second guessing myself. If you're brand new, I promise you, I'm not usually second guessing myself, but tonight I am. I love him. Santa. I got a little bit in his stash. All right, now I'm gonna fill in his little cheeks. My peachy keen is a little thick, but I think for this it will be okay. So I'm gonna fill in. This is like the finest paintbrush ever, but it is perfect because then I'm not covering up all of the detail around him. I did get a little bit of gray in his nose. You guys, he's so stinking cute. All right, let me fix one little spot. I got a little bit of flesh color in his mustache, and I don't want it there. All right, what do you guys think? I think we are done. You know what would look really cool is if I had some puffy paint to fill that in, and his beard. I think that would look so cool. So right here, I'm not gonna do it because I know I've made you guys sit here forever, but I think the pattern, I need to put the pattern a little bit closer. So I need to fill in like a leaf and some berries right here and then a little bit closer. But what do you guys think? I think he turned out so cute. It was definitely a labor of love. And then it does have the hole so you can hang it up. You guys, I'm loving it. What do you think? You guys like it? Isn't it so pretty? It's so cute. But you guys could literally do this with any pattern, anything. So 'tis the season right now. If you buy 'tis the season, you can mix and match your transfers, buy one, get one free. So if you just go to my website and you go under shop and then you click on the buy one, get one, everything, you can mix and match everything that's under that section. So go take a look, put Santa in the comments. Like I said, I've wanted to do this since I saw our upline do this, but I was so nervous to do it. But I think it turned out so stinking cute. Thanks, you guys. There you go. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Friday evening. Maybe I'll see you sometime this weekend. If not, I'll definitely be back on Monday. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe and well, and I'll see you guys real soon. Bye.